Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Thank you for stopping by my channel, The Luna Need. My name is Jillian, and I'm honored to be a friendly face along your path today. You can use this video for meditation, for dream work, something to listen to as you fall asleep and focus on, journaling prompts, intention setting, something to play in the background, something to help you relax. Really, there's a lot of different ways that you can utilize these sessions, so I really hope that you enjoy them, and I'm just honored to be creating them for you. Our theme for today is in alignment with some work that I'm doing in my personal life. I don't know what it is this year, but my birthday just passed on July 13th, and I don't usually do like this big New Year's resolution. I don't set big goals for myself each year, but it was like a bolt of lightning hit me where I feel so ready to make big changes in my life and become someone different, a better version of myself. I'm always seeking and moving and working on myself in ways to become better, but the bolt that I received, that I felt, that I, just the way that I feel right now is so intense compared to the general intentions or plans or actions in the day-to-day life of just like seeking to be better. I want to truly transform multiple areas of my life, and to do that, it's necessary to reclaim my power in some aspects. I've recently created a session, and it's on Patreon now, but YouTube will have it soon, of a media cleanse / dopamine detox or dopamine reset, because I have found personally in my life that I have been draining my energy, allowing like energy vampires, we could say, through my phone, through scrolling, to distract me, to eat my time, and to fill my subconscious and conscious minds with things that are just not important to me. Personally, I am on a 90-day detox at the moment, so that video is coming soon for you if you want to check it out already. It is over on Patreon. But the concept here of like self-improvement and great change is definitely a lot of like what I just described in the social media, scrolling, time sucking, reclaiming my time and energy function or area, but there's so many areas that I'm also focusing on, and one of them is how I spend my money. In the past, I have certainly used like buying things as a form of therapy. During COVID and isolation, I was going through, I was divorced, and it was just like such a time of isolation. And I know that I started some habits of making myself feel better through buying myself things. And while that has tempered a bit, it's still not exactly efficient. Like I'm not putting my money as in the places that I feel like I should. I'm not putting my money the way that I should towards my future or specific goals. I'm doing more, or I had been doing more of a impulse, of a dopamine hit, of a little bit of addiction. And I use that word gently here. I'm just saying it as like a shopping addiction, or like, how we spend our money, impulse. I'm not necessarily strongly saying that I have a shopping addiction, because I don't, but people really do, so I want to tread carefully there and give respect to those of us who truly suffer with addiction. So, please hear me with your heart there. So I'm sorry, I'm going a little sidetracked. To sum it up for this session, I want to work with our finances, our resources, and a big aspect of that is not saying I'm not going to buy things, I'm not going to do that. Sure, like you might tell yourself that, and that might be true, and that might be part of your plan, but I really want to, in this session, focus on cultivating, anchoring, really enveloping, ourselves in joy and appreciation and enjoyment of what we already have. We need goals, we need desires. They are what pull us through. They are like the magnet, the movement, the carrot on the stick that gets us moving, right? Like, it's good to have goals. Don't get me wrong, I'm saving up for a bigger purchase that I want because I want it, but I don't need it, but I'm saving up, like, it's not a bad thing to want things. However, I think that more importantly is being content in the moment. And I don't mean just content, and I don't just mean gratitude, although those are tremendously beneficial and benevolent states of mind, states of feeling to embrace, to embody. I want to add a little oomph to that and add true enjoyment of what we presently have, what we're presently experiencing, the items you have, the place you live, the circumstance that you're under. I know that there is a lot of diversity, of course, in this vast community here. So again, please hear me with your heart. What I'm speaking to is enjoying the present moment, enjoying what you have, tuning into your resourcefulness if you need something, tuning into developing the skills to operate things versus feeling like you need the newest or the best or the more expensive or, this now I need this in my collection. Just like letting go of that a little, letting go of that a lot, maybe even for a year, right? I know a lot of people do no buy years. I'm considering it myself, but to really enjoy, I'm sorry for the repetitive terminologies here, really enjoy what we have, appreciate it, polish it up, bring some more life back into the things that we've forgotten about, to really savor what we have, to cherish it, to adore. And with that, by circumstance of the laws of the universe, you get more of it. You get more of what you enjoy. You're in this kind of bizarre way, closer to the things you desire when you're appreciating what you have in the moment, when you're enjoying, when you're in love with what you have in the moment. And as you attune to that and as you embrace that and it becomes a natural state of how you operate, like how you vibe or whatever, then like attracts like, more great things come to you, more gifts, more things for you to enjoy. And I think that it's just a really fun but necessary concept to work with here when we're improving ourselves, not only for the attraction of the things we want to manifest or the things we want to experience, but also to bring peace into our day, to not feel like at the end of the day we're not where we want to be. What a shame, if we feel like that every day, that we don't have enough, that we just need more, that we just need a little more, that we just got to get that one thing. Well, that now I'm going to get this. It's just such a facade of fulfillment, especially in consumption, as in like material things or goods or non-necessities, and maybe is a way to say that. So I really hope that you enjoy. I hope that this is meaningful to you. Thank you for listening to the intro here. If you enjoy my work, I do have a Patreon where you can get access to a lot of other catalogs that I've been building for years now. And it's a great way to support the channel, so thank you. I also have a little tip jar in the comments, description below if you're into that. No pressure, of course. And if you're interested in learning Reiki and you resonate with me as a Reiki teacher, I am a Reiki master teacher, and my classes are below with some discount codes. All right, so without further ado, let's get into our session. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to serve today. We're going to use the sweet little hummingbird rattle that was gifted to me by the rattle maker, Sean Walking Bear. It's truly lovely. But we're going to first work in the outer layer of the auric field and tune in to the core of the self. So we're working on this like outer membrane of your energetic field and in through to the very core core and channel and meridians, connecting to the chakra points, connecting to all your points of consciousness. And this is more for, let's call it cleansing, for breaking up this impulse of need, this impulse of unnecessary desire. And I don't say that to judge, only you know what is necessary and not. And it's okay to have some things that are not necessities necessarily. Oh boy, a lot of words here. But the point here with the rattle, and for your focus, if you're meditating here, focus on the field around you. Tune in, set out your senses to connect with the field around you. And here we're going to cleanse the facade of need, cleanse the facade of not having, cleanse the facade of unfulfillment, or of, if I just get to this point, then I'll be happy, then I'll be happy, next year I'll do this, next year, and like putting things off that way. So we can tune into the present experience, what we have, and again, really savor and enjoy the experience. So I'm gonna start well over your head, like significantly over your head. Around, and we're just cleansing the imprints from social media, the imprints of comparison, again the facade of not having, or I'll be happy when I have this, I just need one more of this, I just need this. We're cleansing that, we're clearing it out, and we're creating flow in the field from the aura first, so that this untruth can clear. Alright, we're gonna go focus in a little deeper now. Pulling out, just letting it flow, just shaking it out. From the conscious mind, the subconscious, all the points of consciousness through you. Through the very core, the very inner channel. Focus on your palm points. And at your other palm point. And then we're going to focus through first into the heart space to clear any facade about your path. Again, the throat. Your mind, the solar plexus, your sense of self, how you view yourself, the sacral chakra area, your creativity, your connections, and your joy center, your roots, how you connect with the earth, your money, the resources, the skills, the opportunities, and a crown again. I also want to share here, of course, that I'm not saying don't get what you want or you can't get what you want, but maybe leave the door open for it to reach you in ways that you never could have imagined. Versus you going out seeking, acquiring. Now I have to seek more. Now I have to seek more. Seeking is good. Growth is good. Progress is good, obviously. But there's also this false version of that, right? For example, I know a lot of people want to do video, or a lot of people want to get into photography. I promise it's not the most expensive camera that's going to get you the best photos. It's your vision, it's your perspective, it's your style. That's what creates good art, not the ink you use or the film you use. That plays a part as you go. I'm aware, but what's most important is your style, your skill. Can you operate the little junky camera that you have? For example, can you operate a little junky camera well? Can you do that well? If you can get something good out of that, you're just gonna get better as you're able to put a little more resources to, let's say, as an expensive camera. If that was the case, obviously this is just a example here. So here I have this copper athame with a amethyst on the handle. This was actually my grandmother's. I inherited it from one witchy lady to another, I guess you could say. And I wanted to use a lot of metal in our session, or at least a few pieces of metal. And this copper, think of it as, or understand that the copper has a correspondence. All metal is conductive, we could say. Copper is highly conductive. Copper is the metal of healers and alchemists. And I just love the sounds of this. Alright, so we're going to use this to go deep into the mind here. Deep into the mind. The subconscious is what I mean by that, because hidden at the back of your mind is a reason for these impulses, for these facades, for these, let's call it cheap thrills. Cheap as in not of substance for your ultimate goals or your higher goals or your future, and more so for needing to feel better in the moment. That's probably the best words I can use here. So we're gonna look in, and this is not something you have to re-experience. We're just letting it flow out. Perhaps it will cross your vision and you will identify it. Oh yeah, I buy myself lots of things because when I was little, I couldn't afford these things. I was told no. I was not permitted. It wasn't available. So now I do that for myself. I'm taking care of my inner child by buying myself all this stuff. Okay, fair. However, what are we doing for future us? What can we do now for future us? If you're looking to support your retirement, if you're looking to invest, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to be very generous, you'll do so. You'll be able to do so more effectively if you yourself are set up now, and it's not a pair of shoes and a new outfit. I mean, that's me, right? Every month, it's contributing to an account that you're saving for. It's contributing to getting yourself out of any debts you may have, or planning for your future. All right, so whatever it is, we want to, if it does cross your vision, if it does cross your mind, if you are able to identify it, acknowledge it with love, and then say, okay, yeah, what else can I do for my inner child then? What other ways can I care for myself? How about a inner child meditation once a week? How about doing the things that you like to do as a child, not the things you feel like you didn't have? All right, so again, just examples here. But if it's painful, if it's harsh, if it's something you're not ready to experience, as in to reawaken it, to reconnect with those feelings, if it's too painful, let's just let it go and trust that it's leaving and it's gone. We release it with love, and we'll follow our impulses to add the good into our lives in some other way. All right, but we're looking deep, connecting deep with a negative magnet to pull deep into the mind, and then working with this copper to just release. Release. Just pulling it out. Clear it like a blockage. Doesn't change who you are at the core, but it changes how you care for yourself. It changes how efficiently you're able to make progress, how effectively. It's going down to the very back of your mind, way back here. And as I'm doing this, I'm channeling through the copper to send in intentions of something better. Forgive the word there. Something more helpful, something more supportive, something more sustainable, something more progressive, something overall more loving to yourself. We're just clearing and letting it go, go, go. So we're releasing and channeling through, releasing and channeling through, releasing, channeling through. Sorry, I bumped you. Okay. I'm gonna use this turkey feather. We're going to sweep through your form, your inner core, your higher mind, your subconscious mind, your conscious waking mind, all the points of consciousness. And here we are going to sweep, move, support, flow, the flow of, now that there's been some sort of acknowledgement or we've addressed the core why we do this, energetically speaking, of course. So I would encourage you to journal, talk to your therapist, talk to a friend, read some self-help books, of course, now that you have more time, right? Instead of scrolling and shopping, you can focus on self-improvement more. And where that comes from, where these impulses come from. But now that we've cleared that, at least energetically, we're working on it. And we're working to add the good, so something better, something more supportive, effective, helpful, beneficial can move through your consciousness. So we just want to get the flow going here, essentially. Move. So I'm gonna touch you like, because I really want to like wake you up a little here. This can be a great wake-up call. Just moving, just like your breath. Out goes those impulses, that feeling of something missing. And in is anchored joy, fun, a desire to improve yourself beyond things, improve your mind, improve your skills, improve the way you utilize resources, the way you get the most out of something. How many things have you bought that just sit in your closet or sit on the shelf? What about the investments into learning something new, expanding your mind, healing? Your business, your career, your children or loved ones. So we're moving. And I'm just gonna again use my hand here as a negative magnet to pull. So as this air flows in, this energy flows in, pulling it out. You can focus on your breath. I have this beautiful, I want to call it an agate, a banded agate. It's a bit brown, a bit earthy, a bit orange, warm. And I love it as an eye here. But when I was looking for a stone to represent joy, this just really spoke to me. It's truly beautiful, and it looks like you could like make a sound like pages, like pages at the edge of a book. And I thought of that as like pages in our lives, pages on a calendar, pages in a day, moments going by. And I love agates as I feel like they are very peaceful, very joyful with these colors. And look at these beautiful sphere-shaped, orbital shapes, I mean. Like a planet or something so cool. So we're going to focus on this as our joy center, down in your lower abdominal area. Your joy, this warmth, slightly egg-shaped, which is perfect. We're going to charge this space. First, for me, I'm charging moment, but as if this is your joy center by proxy, okay? Holding your joy center, and feel free to put your hands on your lower abdominal area, on your sacral area, and we are charging this area to rev our joy. Think about all the gifts you've been given. Think about the sun on your face. Think about the way the light plays through shadows and looks so beautiful. For the animals you encounter in your day. For all of the flavors, all of the experiences that you get to have each and every day. Focus on your friendships, your relationships, your teachers, your joy or laughter with one another, your sharing of things and conversations, empathy, grace, so much to appreciate. And focus on the joy you have for who you are. And this, for some of us, depending where we're at, might take some time to work on. But I would encourage you to, if it hits, but focus on the joy of who you are, who you've become, and all your potential. Focus on the skills that you have, the way you're able to utilize your resources, the way you're able to tune into joy and laugh things off and lighten the mood and just really savor your experiences. We are charging. I'm seeing you laugh. I'm seeing you play. I'm seeing you fulfilled. I'm seeing you investing in what is truly important to you. I'm seeing you independent. I'm seeing you sovereign. I'm seeing you mindful of where you put your energy and all the fun you have in each day. Wrapping this up and placing this in the sacral area. So 3, 2, 1. Making connection with the sacral points and transferring all that I can envision, all that I can find joy in, all that I can laugh with, and transferring to, as in a like ignites like transference or activation or a battery jump, we could say. Focusing on true fulfillment here, just holding space here, making the connection, channeling through to the sacral. Again, focused on your true fulfillment, your true joy, your true playfulness and appreciation of all you have. The device you're watching this on, the electricity, right? The simple things. But let's extend to your environment, the bed, the floor, the light, the water. Focusing out now into your social life, all the things you've learned from people, all the lessons we've all shared with one another, all the opportunities, all the inspiration, focusing in within you to your skills you've developed, to the progress you've made, to who you are right in this very moment and all you have. And think of all the ways you can continue to utilize to get more out of what you have. Alright, I'm just going to leave the stone here in the sacral. And I'm going to bring in some more metal. This is a howlite. It's dyed to look like turquoise, but it's howlite, which has a very restful energy to it. Because I want this all to be so easy. It's not forced. It comes naturally to you. This contentment, this appreciation, this enjoyment of all you have. And we're going to use these little points, these little ends here to just add to that conductivity all through your body. the receptors, the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, the development, the muscle memory, the play, the rest. We're just going to move this through, just supporting the conductive lines through your meridians, through your points of consciousness, to allow an ease of love, an ease of contentment, an ease of adoration, an ease of savoring, getting the most out of all you have. We're going to move a little more chaotically to really shake up the patterns. There's an element here of like getting out of our comfort zone, pushing past what we found comfort in, not knocking it, but just ready to move on from it, and moving beyond our own boundaries. Have more conversations with people. Talk to more strangers. Remind yourself there are no rules here. There's nothing new beyond, of course, for your physical safety and for living healthily. There's nothing you need. So where will you invest? All that you want, you already are. All that you seek is already inside of you. Switch it up and track your progress. Going deep into the earth below you and running through from your soul star down to your earth star, running through to deliver this message above and below and all around you. That joy is within. Joy is in this moment. Love is with all that you have. There is no hole, there is nothing missing, and you are inspired to play in new ways with things you already have. You are inspired to invest in yourself and things beyond the material, and you are joyous, loving, and enjoying all that you are. And all this world and this life and this moment has for you right now. It's all perspective. It's easy to become discontent, and it's easy to become content. The circumstances don't change. It's entirely within you. It is entirely a mindset. And you have that power, and you always have. So let's evoke it. Let's claim it. Let's call it in. And so it is, okay? Could use a little of this desert magic. Using this to just support this ease. We really want this to be easy. your situation, as you change your perspective on it. So we're working in deep to soothe the pathways, the impulses, the growth, the healing, the development. It's all through your perspective. You're changed, different. Just massaging all the way to the back of the mind. There's nothing missing. Alright. I want to thank you so very much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path and for being truly such a big part of mine. Thank you so much for that. From the bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine in you and to this beautiful connection that we share. So very much love to you.